This is GhanaNewspapers Newsroom. Live coverage. Real-time updates. Preserving Ghana's story. Empowering its digital future.
Hello viewers, I am Nasafa. Welcome to the GhanaNewspapers Newsroom. Today in our studio, I will be discussing an important historical topic titled Ghana's History and the Birth of Politics, from Ancient Kingdoms to Modern Democracy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell icon to receive notifications for all our latest updates, and follow and like GhNewspapers on all our social media platforms. Long before the name Ghana was adopted in 1957, the land and peoples of the Gold Coast had already developed sophisticated political systems. Politics in Ghana did not begin with Europeans or colonial rule. It evolved from indigenous governance structures, customary laws, military leadership, and trade diplomacy spanning centuries. The birth of politics in Ghana is therefore a story of African statecraft, colonial resistance, intellectual nationalism, and ultimately self-rule. 1. Indigenous political systems before European contact, pre-1400s. Early Ghanaian societies were organized around centralized and decentralized political systems. Akan states such as Bono, Akwamu, Denkyira, and Asante were governed by kings known as Omanhene, councils of elders, and queen mothers called Ohemaya. Leadership was not absolute. Rulers governed by consent and could be removed. In northern Ghana, the Dagbon Kingdom was ruled by the Yana, supported by a structured hierarchy of chiefs and land custodians known as Tindanas. Among the U states, such as Anlo and Peki, governance was more decentralized, emphasizing council leadership and consensus. These systems were guided by accountability, collective decision-making, and customary law, an early form of democracy. 2. Politics through trade and diplomacy, 1400s-1800s. The arrival of the Portuguese in 1471 introduced new political dynamics. Coastal chiefs negotiated treaties. European forts like Elmina Castle became centers of power. And access to firearms reshaped internal politics. By the 18th century, the Asante Empire emerged as one of Africa's most advanced political systems. The Asantehene ruled as a constitutional monarch. The Asanteman Council functioned like a parliament. And the golden stool, Sikadwa Kofi, symbolized national sovereignty. The Asante political system rivaled many European states in organization and legitimacy. 3. Colonial rule and the birth of modern politics, 1821-1900. In 1821, Britain took formal control of the Gold Coast. Indigenous rulers were subordinated, laws were imposed without African representation, and economic exploitation intensified. Political resistance emerged, notably through the Bond of 1844, which forced chiefs into legal agreements, and the Ya Asantewa War of 1900, a powerful armed resistance against British authority. Politics became a struggle between colonial dominance and African sovereignty. 4. Rise of educated elites and political consciousness, 1890s, 1930s. Western education produced lawyers, journalists, and teachers who demanded reforms. The Aborigines Rights Protection Society, founded in 1897, became the first organized political pressure group, opposing land expropriation through petitions, newspapers, and legal advocacy. Newspapers such as Gold Coast Aborigines, the African Morning Post, and the Accra Herald became powerful tools for political mobilization. 5. Political parties and mass nationalism, 1940s-1957. The United Gold Coast Convention, founded in 1947 by leaders including J.B. Dankwa and Pa Grant, demanded self-government. Kwame Nkrumah later formed the Convention People's Party in 1949, introducing mass politics with rallies and youth movements. And the slogan, "Self-Government Now." The 1948 Accra riots marked a turning point, shifting politics from elite circles to the streets. 6. Independence and the birth of the Ghanaian state, 1957. On 6 March 1957, the Gold Coast became Ghana, the first sub-Saharan African nation to gain independence. Key achievements included African-led governance, a republican constitution in 1960, and Pan-African leadership. Kwame Nkrumah famously declared, The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa. 7. Post-independence politics. Coups, constitutions, and democracy. 1966-1992. Following independence, Ghana experienced military interventions, beginning with the 1966 overthrow of Nkrumah. Democracy was restored with the 1992 Constitution, ushering in multi-party governance, peaceful transfers of power, and strengthened democratic institutions. Ghana's political history is not borrowed. It is rooted in African governance, strengthened by colonial resistance, and refined through democratic struggle. From the golden stool to the ballot box, Ghana's politics reflects leadership with accountability and vision. Thank you for watching Ghana Newspapers Newsroom. Once again, I am Nasafa. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell icon for notifications, and follow and like GH Newspapers across all our social media platforms. For continuous coverage, tune in again at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching.
This is Ghana Newspapers Newsroom. Live coverage. Real-time updates. Preserving Ghana's story. Empowering its digital future.